is in the middle of the mountains, not in the Andes. Mendoza is in the foot of the Andes. This is the Andes. The Puna, this is a very high flat area where you have seen maybe in your mind the llamas, the vicuñas, and the original populations. They are very related with mining. And then there are other mountains, and then the valleys. In one of these valleys, this is the Calchaquí Valley with two rivers, the Calchaquí River and Santa Maria River. And in this area, there is a great expansion of viticulture and wineries. There were a historical one, but now it's growing and growing. A small growing because Argentina is a disaster. It's very difficult to grow in Argentina. You will have one of the most unstable macroeconomics in the world. And then there are, we say that the people who invest are heroes. And in this case, it's very particular. This is northwest Argentina. Always when we are talking about tourism, tourism is a part of rural tourism, agritourism, but it's a very special part because when we talk about agrotourism, we are talking about a normal tourism. Enotourism is one step up. Normally there are bigger players than in agrotourism. For example, the head of the system normally are the wineries and the wineries association. And wineries are stronger than farmers and viticultors. And when we find the pioneers of this process, we find always the quality of the landscapes, the terroirs we say in the viticulture. When we study enology, viticulture, we talk about terroir. This is a small terroir. This is territory, land territory for regional development, but it's based in some characteristic of the terroir, of the landscape. Landscape is very, very important. The cultural heritage, she has been talking one moment before about the history, the relationship between wine and culture. Wine is part of the religion, the culture, the life of especially the Spanish, Italian, French people, Portuguese, and the colonies of the development in Peru, Chile, US, Mexico, Argentina, or Brazil later with the Italians. And the cultural heritage is very, very important. For example, this is the most important winery in this area. This is Peñaflor Group, one of the 10 most important wine groups in the world, with more than 5,000 hectares of vineyards in Argentina, and one of the most important wineries is there. Behind this tree, there are one of the most important hotels related with wineries. Patios de Cafayate. This is the management of the hotel is related with the Starwood Sheraton hotels. Starwood is the part of Sheraton who manages more quality, high quality hotels. And this is typical. It is a typical landscape: mountains, vineyards, irrigated, all irrigated, and for example, we call this pilcas, similar to cross in Burgundy, but and this is a typical plant of this area. This is a cactus called pasacana in this area. And the cultural heritage, and then the capacity to create some experiences. And this is the human work. or to eat llama beef. The capacity to create is very, very high, and people create new alternatives. Then, for example, the heritage. The most important for me, the museum of wine. But it's not a normal museum with the history. This is a experience museum. We call interpretation center of the wine, but not only wine. The interpretation center of the territory, of the terroir, of the water, of the life of the people in the region. This is the Cafayate Museum. It's fantastic. It's very nice. It's small, but very, very, very nice. And this is a new experience for the tourists in Cafayate. And look this one. This is a crazy museum. This is 80 kilometers of Cafayate to the mountains, close to a small town, Molinos. And this is created by the Hess family. Hess family is a very important Switzerland family in the wine industry. They have a fantastic winery and museum in California, very famous, the Hess collection, one of the most important collections in California. And they have another winery in South Africa with a collection. And they have created a special light museum, a museum only related with light. And this is James Turrell. This is the crazy man who created this opera. And this is in the middle of nothing. People who want to visit this, they have to make. To arrive to Argentina for 2,000 kilometers from Europe. Then 1,500 to Buenos Aires, Salta. Then by land, 200 kilometers to this place. If you want to visit this museum, you have to prepare all this. And this winery, this town, is all related with this. There are 500 inhabitants, all related with the winery and with the activities of the five-star hotels, five-star restaurants, the wines, a lot of high-quality wines, more than 2,000 meters of altitude, and this is the heritage. Ambience, for example, in this in this vintage this year, all the years, the 50 years of very important folk music event called Celebrada to Cafayate, because Salta is the heart of the folk music of Argentina. And then they put in value all these things. And then tango is Buenos Aires, but the tourists want to see not only the folk of Salta, the folk of Tucumán, they want to see tango, and then they have some weeks with tango events in all the wineries in Argentina, but they have part of this event in Salta. I work, especially, you remember, if you have studied business, this is the first class in marketing, strategic marketing, leadership, cost leadership. I say always to my students, forget this in the Enotourism, because you will lose a lot of money if you begin with the cost leadership. It's very difficult. Maybe if you are close to Buenos Aires, you can have this alternative, but in Salta or in Mendoza, it's a bad strategy. But differentiation and segmentation are very important. And which have the possibilities to differentiate? Landscapes, events, heritage, and landscape. For example, I have presently work related with the possibilities of the different irrigation system or water harvesting system to create special wine terroirs like in Lanzarote, like in Pantelleria in Italy, or in the Azores Islands, and they create water harvesting system that they are creating Argentina in the hectares. Look, Mendoza followed the Argentina. Mendoza is 70%. The problem of Mendoza are the problems of Argentina. But look, differentiation. Salta, growing. All is going down, but Salta growing down. Small, but growing. Why is growing? Look this, the winery is open to Enotourism, growing in all Argentina. Obviously, Mendoza are the most important. And look the number 2. Salta has less than 4,000 acres of vineyards. Mendoza 1,500 hectares. And Salta is the second. Córdoba is very special. Córdoba is a mix of new wineries, old wineries, but a very mass tourist. It's very difficult to understand, to make a model, a special model. But look, San Juan is the number 2 with close to 50,000 hectares. And it's very far than Salta in quantity of wineries open to Enotourism. Well, what is the first conclusion? Salta is the most specialized area in Argentina, in the Cafayate, in Cafayate, in Enotourism. Enotourism is Mendoza, but we say the cream of the system is in Salta. Look, this is very easy to understand. A very simple indicator, the hectares related with the wineries. Now we are making another kind of indicators. For example, the number of 4 or 5 stars, 4 and 5-star hotels, the rates in the 4 and 5-star hotels related with the hectares. In Cafayate is very, very high, higher than in Mendoza, but we have not this data now. But look, 10,000 more hectares for winery open to the tourists in Mendoza than in Cafayate. What is the conclusion? Cafayate is very specialized in wine. Wine is important in Cafayate, yes, but wine is more important for the collateral effects, in political collateral effects, in economic positive externalities. Look this, which is the strong effect of Salta. One of the difference is the high altitude vineyards. This is different of the other part of the world. Very similar to Salta is Bolivia. But Bolivia has more difficulties than Salta to arrive in Bolivia, but it's very, very nice. They have a strong history, strong heritage too. Look different areas in the world. Look, Cafayate, but these are all in this area. All these Colomés, the museum, and look the Spanish style in this winery, and the horses to the mountains, between the winery, in the vineyards, and in the mountains. This is the north of Argentina is very related with the independence war because the strong Spanish army was in Bolivia and Peru. Argentina was the poor part of the Spanish empire, but in Argentina began the independence of Chile and Peru, and look, the Spanish influence very, very strong, and this area is part of the Inca Rome, is part in Cafayate, but it's part of the real Rome. Real Rome is the way for the army, for the communication between Lima and Buenos Aires, and there are a lot of churches, sculptures, or cultural things related with the history. One moment more, we pass this. Look, the quantity of wineries open to tourists related with the surface, and look the relationship. Mendoza is quite good. It's very strong the tourism of Mendoza. Mendoza is competing with the gastronomy with Buenos Aires, and now we are like Buenos Aires or better. We are in the Michelin, entered in Argentina with two cities, Buenos Aires and Mendoza. And Salta, but Salta has a lot of very important things. Look Salta, the relationship. 8% of the open wineries in Argentina with less than 2% of the surface. The specialization is clear. Finally, when we see Enotourism, we don't understand what is happening in the land. Begin with the quality wines, then Enotourism, the terroir, the landscape, and then I call it the virtual spiral of growing, because there are a lot of business related with wine real estate. You have 100, 200 hectares, and then you create some parcels, and you sell the parcel of 5 hectares, 10 hectares, and the wineries make your wine. Maybe you are in New York, you buy $100,000 hectare by hectare, 5 hectares, and then you pay all the amount quota to maintain the vineyard. And if you want to sell the wine all together, or you have your own wines, and there are a lot of families coming from the US especially to live in these places because they want to live in contact with nature, but they are always very rich families. And the problem of this area is always the connection. Which are the constraints for the development? Water. We have talked about sustainability. Water, water, and water. This is very, very difficult problem. Human resources. We talk about sustainability. Sustainability has 3 pillars: social, economic, and environment. The environment problem of Cafayate is if they want to export wines, they have a very bad carbon footprint because it's heavy the bottle, it's heavy the wine. And then 1,500 kilometers from Salta to Buenos Aires have worse carbon footprint than Buenos Aires to Southampton. Then we need to sell in Cafayate. We need to create more tourists there. And for this we need more and more quality of the human resources. And then the connectivity, the hub of flights, and the possibility to better connect land connectivity. And then to finish, after the pandemic, the wineries was very, very important because they opened before all the other systems during the pandemic. In Mendoza, the wineries say that we have a strong debt with the Mendoza population because people needed to go out after the pandemic, and the wineries put the tables, small restaurant, food trucks, and between the wines, the lines, and people can go to open areas to relax and to eat. And there was a national program to promote this, and this is the future. A lot of influencers, especially Brazilian influencers. This is an Argentinian influencer, and look this. I finish it. It's in Spanish, excuse me. Maybe you can.
Se viene Previaje 4 y la gente de Corta me dijo: Manuki, ya que estás en Salta, ¿por qué no te metes un top 3 de las mejores bodegas que acepten Previaje? Tomar vinito y pasarla bien en mi país, pero por supuesto, rey. Así que vamos con 3 imperdibles de acá de Salta. Arrancamos con esto, amigos. Saco chulla muy chiquita, muy espectacular y miren lo que es la vista. Hay visitas guiadas, son gratuitas, pero tenés que hacer reserva. Eso sí, terminás la visita y tenés un dispenser de vinitos para elegir. Te clavas una tablita de quesos con esta vista. Segunda parada, Piatelli. Papita horneada, gratinada con 3 quesos, cebollita y panceta adentro. Fantasía absoluta. Empanadita salteña, no podía faltar. ¿Se va a escuchar? ¿La masa se deshace? No, riquísimo. Y por último, el Esteco. Bodega gigante, muy grande, pero vale la pena. Hicimos la degustación, fue una locura hermosa. Probamos varios varietales, visitamos la bodega, caminamos por los viñedos y además nos dejaron probar un par de uvitas de Las Parras. Vayas a la bodega que vayas, hagas visita, morfes o compres vino solamente, sabe que todo lo puedes hacer con este nuevo previaje.
Okay, thank you very much. And something very important. Young people, well lovers, foodies, between 25 and 14. This is the segment to tell you. This is very important. Another thing very important, women. In Mendoza, we are seeing a lot of group of women who take 4 days together and they make a long weekend and they spend a lot because they are, we say in the economy, the willingness to pay. The willingness to pay is higher than the men. And then they enjoy to have the best quality of the rooms in the hotels, the quality of the food, the quality of the wines. They pay more. And we have to identify another segment. For example, the gay segment, the Americans have identified that they pay more than the medium because they call DINs, double income, no kids. They have a special program for them and the wineries are ideal for this. Weddings in wineries. There are Brazilian family who also make weddings in Mendoza. The idea is differentiation a lot, segmentation a lot, to make money. Thank you very much. And excuse for my English. I don't know what's the
Que vaya bien. Que vaya bien.
Italian.
Thank you for the final conclusion. Really insightful, Alejandro. And I think that Joy is not here. So we will be on time, that's the good news. Because Jeremy Mate Balog will be the next one, Trends of Natural Wine Production in Hungary. And thank you very much, Alejandro, for your presentation.